We're talking about you today.
This one's pretty clean. Morning everyone, my name is Tim, this is Tim's Perspective. This is my Mustang, it is a mess, we're gonna talk about it, but let me clean it up first. That's the worst of it. I have a new goal of switching things up a little bit in each video and trying to find a little bit of a different spot to film. Mostly with quarantine and things being so slow right now, it's kind of hard to remember to take the car out and just enjoy things a little bit sometimes. So I'm trying to find some new scenery whenever I film. Today we are answering a very commonly asked question that I get, which is, how bad is it really living with a modified car in California? Specifically concerning smog, because I just had a time dealing with that, let me tell you. We're gonna tell that story and we're gonna talk a little bit about what it means when you get the quote-unquote luxury of rocking a California license plate. Well, first of all, driving in California, the first thing you get to deal with are the roads. They're not terrible by any means, there's definitely worse out there, but on a road like this, there's a lot of these out there. There's a lot of roads that it looks like someone was trying to speak Braille instead of go in a straight line. So, it happens. But honestly, that's not that big of a concern. The main problem you get when you live in California is gonna be smog and emissions and getting harassed by the cops, to be honest. I do have some family at home I'm trying to keep safe, including my 92-year-old grandmother, so I'm not out too much. I'm just trying to stay safe, at least for right now. But when you do go out and you do go to car things, often the cops are not exactly friendly. Now, I do understand a lot of this does have to do with takeovers in California and people having sideshows and swinging, doing burnouts, causing damage to both property, people, and other people's cars. And unfortunately, here that is part of the scene. There's some people that do stupid things, and sometimes there's events that are just for that. And sometimes people will come to meets that are totally chill, of totally cool people, and just ruin it for everyone, and that just kind of sucks. But the main thing is a smog check. So I'm gonna hop in the car, we're gonna talk about that, because I have a little bit of a story. Let's talk about the disaster that is smog in California. So when I bought this car, it had a K&N Blackhawk intake, which is not California legal. So a few weeks ago, as some of you know if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, link in the description, my car was out of registration for a solid 2 or 3 weeks because I couldn't renew it. They wouldn't tell me why until I found out I needed a smog check, even though I did one last year because apparently they changed the laws and a transfer smog is different than a renewal smog. California's smog system is a whole mess that pretty much no one even here understands as far as I know. I went to go get smog and I found out that I had a K&N Blackhawk intake, which is the only intake K&N makes for this car that is not California legal. To have a California legal intake, you need a magical sticker, and for some reason that sticker is the only thing that matters in California's eyes, and it is life or death that you have a sticker. So because I didn't have that sticker, I decided let me just try to get a stock intake. My exhaust still has my cats, so I don't need to worry about that, so I just need my intake. I drove about an hour, I sourced the stock intake from a cool guy off of Facebook Marketplace. I came back and it didn't fit. I don't know what it is, I don't know why, but the 13-14 stock intake does not clear the 11 to 12 radiator and fan assembly. So that was wonderful to find out. So at that point, I was so desperate, I just caved and I ordered the K&N one off of Amazon that was guaranteed to be California legal and everything good, everything dandy, problem solved. And it was like 200 bucks, it was insane. It was so expensive for what it was and for the fact that I was never gonna use it again after I passed smog. So it comes in, they forgot the sticker. So I get to sit for another week, and this was after spending 4 or 5 days sourcing the stock intake. I got to sit for a week and wait for K&N to ship my sticker. It finally came, and after that point, I was finally able to pass smog, but now in 2 years, I'm gonna either do that again, or depending on the state of the car, things. But now let's move on to cops. I have been pulled over a couple of times for just existing. It's happened. I've gotten pulled over for being at a car meet. I've gotten yelled at by cops who thought they knew my entire life story and how my parents were super rich when I've had jobs since I was like 12. I've had cops that were super cool and wanted to talk about cars. I've had cops that pulled me over because I was being an idiot. Cops are kind of just cops everywhere. The one downside I've seen in California is they do have more things that they can get you on if they really, really want to. But overall, that's just kind of the ups and downs of living in California. Is it really that bad? No, I haven't been pulled over in a decent while, and the last time I did, it wasn't terrible. And if you're just pretty respectful of others for the most part and not getting terrible luck, you're probably gonna be alright. It's honestly not really that bad. I've daily driven this car for months, and I'm gonna continue to do so even as I possibly make it louder, as you might have seen. But at the end of the day, you do still have to follow the law, and if you're not following the law, you do have to understand that there can be consequences. So as of right now, I'm probably gonna stay California legal. Let's ignore what you saw at the beginning of that, wink wink. But that's pretty much it for this video. Leave a thumbs up if you guys liked it. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a drive because it's a beautiful Sunday morning. And I'll catch you in the next one. Subscribe for more.